This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening. Let's get straight to our top story, taking a live look at the scene in Union City where law enforcement from several agencies are still hunting for the person who shot an Alameda County Sheriff's deputy this afternoon. Investigators say he was serving an eviction notice at a building at Doe Avenue near Alvarado Niles Road when the shooting took place. And you can see from our chopper video not long after, police and SWAT gear swarmed the area to try and lock it down. The suspect is believed to be somewhere in the area. The deputy is said to have critical but non-life-threatening injuries. This is video of officers gathering outside of Eden Medical Center in Castro Valley, where the deputy is now being treated. Let's take you live back to the scene again, where investigators continue to look for that suspect. We will stay on top of it and bring you any updates here on CBS News Bay Area, as well as on KPIX.com and the CBS News app. So we are about to get a brief break from the rain. Another wet, soggy day around the Bay Area, but it's going to stop for a while. So far, it's been quite the wet winter as we've experienced. And each time it rains, some residents living right above the Caldecott Tunnel watch more and more of the hillside just slide down the canyon. In fact, they tell our John Ramus it's getting close to disaster and someone needs to do something to fix it.
It's been years since a water main break caused a landslide down into Caldecott Canyon, and over time it's only gotten worse. Now neighbors are concerned every time a new atmospheric river rolls into the Bay Area. Ken Barrick loves walking his dog Sky along a path in Caldecott Canyon, and you can see why. The view is spectacular.
When you go out this way, you get to a promontory that looks out all over the Bay Area. It's just a spectacular spot.
But a lot of people haven't seen that in a long time.
Can't get there from here anymore.
That's because the path and a fire road ends here at a massive landslide that has been years in the making. It started with a major pipe break that Barrick said occurred sometime about 8 to 10 years ago.
I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of gallons. It went on for a couple days, I think. And then it's been deteriorating ever since then. They did a makeshift fix for a while, and then that didn't hold, so it just keeps coming back further and further every time we have a winter with some rain.
The original slide happened about halfway down the canyon, but it has moved steadily up the hill. The black plastic laid down to stabilize the cliff has long since rotted away, and you can see cracks forming in the ground, showing its instability.
You know, when we're coming through and the dog walks to the edge of that, it scares me to death, because you just don't know when it's going to give.
But now the slide has moved so far up that it is perilously close to a giant concrete water tank at the top of the hill.
I don't know the function of this particular water facility, but it kind of doesn't matter. It just intuitively seems like a bad idea to allow this to continue.
E.B. Mudd says it's called the Swainland tank and has been empty and out of service for 7 years. But they said they were unaware of the landslide approaching it and were sending engineers up to look at it immediately. PG&E has an easement over the property, but they also said they were unaware of the slide. It turns out the water pipe that burst was the property of the city of Oakland, and there is reportedly a project in design to replace the pipe and stabilize the hillside. But it's been a long time coming.
First, in terms of this being a hiking trail and this being an area that should be an asset, it's just a shame that it's completely closed off. And then secondly, it seems to me that it's probably an important fire road to have access from both directions. So I don't, it's hard to understand.
Barrick says he's tried to get people's attention for years, but now that both E.B. Mudd and PG&E are looking into it, the city may have more incentive to take action before a huge water tank ends up at the bottom of Caldecott Canyon.
And the homeowner says he's concerned that the fire road being cut off could prevent or delay a response in case of a wildfire. Caldecott Canyon was one of the areas severely burned during the Oakland Hills fire in 1991. All right, for a check on when the next round of rain is coming, let's go to Paul Hagan. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, it's a little farther down the line. We've got an outside chance of some showers for the North Bay this weekend. Otherwise, getting into a drier stretch of weather as the showers that have been dotting the radar this afternoon have transitioned to now some lingering mist and drizzle that barely even shows up on the radar loop here. But let's reset things, go back 12 hours to when the most widespread rain was spreading across the Bay Area. As that moved out, we've still been just generally damp across the entire region throughout the day. Things should dry out as we head through the rest of tonight. Let's take a look at how much rain we did manage to accumulate, and it was pretty evenly distributed, generally a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch on a widespread basis, just short of a 1/2 inch of rain in San Jose, just over 1/3 of an inch for Morgan Hill, about 6/10 of an inch of rain for both Fremont and down the peninsula in Redwood City. Lesser amounts inland in the East Bay, but still around a 1/4 inch of total rainfall. Exactly a 1/2 inch of rain for Oakland, just over that amount for downtown San Francisco. And the North Bay, the amounts were variable, again in that 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch range, but about a 1/4 inch for Napa, Petaluma, Novato, closer to a 1/2 inch of total rainfall around Santa Rosa. As we dry out, we are going to warm up a little bit. It's not going to be too noticeable yet tomorrow. High temperatures today were almost exactly average. Tomorrow there'll be a couple degrees above average, but a more significant warming trend will be much more noticeable as we head through the weekend. Details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. So one particular part of Oakland is now getting some extra attention from the city after In-N-Out announced it will be closing because of rampant crime. So the restaurant is located on Hagenberger near 880, not too far from the Oakland International Airport, and it's a place where tourists often make a pit stop. Oakland's mayor is promising to do more to protect the Hagenberger corridor. We saw an increase in police presence today. The area was once a major business hub after BART opened the airport connector a decade ago. Years later, things have changed. The once bustling shopping center is now, check this out, filled with vacant storefronts and signs warning people about the break-ins.
It's not uncommon to just see people pulling up in cars, smashing windows, and grabbing people's bags out of the back. It's just a regular thing.
In-N-Out isn't the only business in the neighborhood closing because of crime. A Starbucks and a Subway were shut down in November, and a Raising Cane's closed its dining room and became drive-through only to prevent break-ins. So while city leaders try to get a handle on crime, one Oakland rapper is trying to highlight the good in his community. We're talking about Mr. Fab, celebrating his birthday this week with a series of events giving back to the town. And our Sean Chitness talked to the rapper and his biggest fan.
Yeah, I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling myself. I'm still feeling myself. Yeah, I'm still feeling it.
An icon of the Bay Area, Mr. Fab has made it his mission to use his platform to help his hometown every chance he gets.
Oakland gets a bad rap. And I'm not going to get up here and be naive or act like I'm in the red of not knowing of what's going on in a gray area.
And Fab Week is that chance to boost local businesses, give neighbors a way to come together, and highlight entertainment from around the Bay.
Yeah, it's a lot, Fab Week, but every year I'm ready for it.
One woman making sure it's a success each night is his sister, Teresa Anderson.
I think it's awesome that he takes the time out a whole week on his birthday week to celebrate with others and to give back like that.
Teresa sells tickets, greeting people at the door, and helps to run the show behind the scenes, making sure everyone gets a seat, all while having pride for her younger brother.
I cried the first day, I think, because it was so lifelike, it was so real. It depicted him all the way down to the gray hairs in his beard.
Just this week, they celebrated a new mural in Oakland, honoring his contributions to their community.
Look what a native son is being able to experience and receive the roses while he's still alive, which is previously unheard of.
I knew when he was younger, I told him he would be great. I told him, you'll do great things, brother, and always remain humble. But I didn't think it was going to be like this. This is just like, I cry sometimes, and I tell him I'm so proud of him.
And at 42, Fab says he's just getting started and still has many dreams he's pursuing.
I have this thing I say to him when I'm really, really proud. Hey, proud sister moment.
Yeah, I'm still feeling me. Not none of them. Shanti and my mama, it's one of them.
Moments he promises to keep giving her and his community as he looks ahead to another year serving Oakland and beyond.
Some of the upcoming events for Fab Week include a 90s mob music revival, a fashion show, a car show, and a sneaker prom party.